Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May 2019 general reading. We're looking at the first half of May here from the 1st to the 15th. Welcome to everyone who's joined us here today. Well, you just had a jumper. Oh, it's a big clump of cards, too many to keep. So welcome to everyone who's shown up today. Welcome to any newcomers and first-timers, and welcome back to any followers and subscribers. Thanks to all of you for all of your support, feedback, and comments. And thanks to all of my clients out there as well, regular and new. I always like to thank you for all the busyness and personal one-on-one readings. It's a pleasure and an honor, and I do appreciate the opportunity to read for you all. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the description link below for more info and contact details. Feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I do a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, and as I do readings full-time 6 days a week, I'm pretty diligent at working with both your schedule and mine to get you readings as quickly as possible. So send me an email if you're interested. I'll get back to you within the same day or the first 24 hours with more info. All right, let's get right into this. This reading is for the water sign of Cancer, our lovely crabs, our Cancerians, for the first half of May 2019 from the 1st to the 15th. General readings always resonate a little differently for everybody watching, as most of you know. So if you know your rising and moon sign or Venus sign, watch those as well for additional clarification. All right, Cancer, let's see what's in store for you for the first half of May. Okay, Cancer, we begin with the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Hierophant. We have the Hanging Man, followed by the Star. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall focus and energy is the Five of Swords. So Cancer, I feel like you're walking a specific path that's been a bit of a challenge or a battle, and step by step, every step that you've taken has been, you've fought for every step that's taken. I think that for many of you, most of these steps have been difficult steps to take, and every single one represents a victory. And you are working on a victory, a hard-won victory. That's your overall energy, the Five of Swords. It can also represent leaving behind a person or people, sometimes leaving behind and moving away from people that have been very selfish and self-serving. You can see this man has just finished a battle, a challenge of some kind, and while he has won, he still looks very tired and worn out. He's bleeding from a cut on his forehead. This has not been an easy battle. This has not been an easy challenge. It is a card of victory, but it may not feel particularly victorious, but it does represent a victory. So Cancer, whatever path it is that you're walking, whatever it is that you're working on or working towards, even if you can't see very far down the road, especially since you have the Star card here, which is hope and faith, you are on the right path. And even though it's been a very difficult path for you to watch, you are winning, even if it doesn't feel like you are. Some of you may be feeling, abandoned or rejected or shut out of a thing or a group or an organization, or you may feel like you're on the outside, because we have around the first week or so the Five of Pentacles with the Hierophant. And you have 3 major arcana cards here out of 5, so a pretty important time, the first half of May. The Five of Pentacles represents fundamentally insufficiency and lack. Now, because Pentacles is earth energy, which often governs the material and structural stability of our life, it can represent money or finances, maybe being out of work or not having enough money, not having enough. In an emotional sense, in a relationship or in an emotional sense, it can represent feeling not good enough or feeling like you're on the outside of a group or you don't fit in or belong, abandoned, rejected, left out in the cold, so to speak. But don't forget that there is a golden light shining through here, because sometimes, this couple is pictured as standing outside of what appears to be a church or a cathedral. There's this beautiful golden light shining out. And it implies that on the other side of that light, the source of that light, there is what they need: help, insight, solution, resources. They're not focused on it because they're only focused on the issue, the argument, the need, what is lacking. And sometimes this can represent that in the midst of what you're going through, what you actually need, or what can be a source of comfort and support and solace for you, is right in your environment. You just have to look around and see it and reach out and take it, and instead of focusing so much on what the insufficiency is. And the Hierophant can represent, it's convention and tradition. It can represent large organizations, businesses, institutions, organized religion, a mentor, a priest, a pastor, counselor, etc. The convention, going along with what everybody else is doing. So you may feel kind of shut out from a group. Or the interesting thing, Cancer, is what I'm seeing here. There's 3 cards that I'm looking at that could relate to spiritual matters, or even church or religion. The 5 of Pentacles, they're standing outside of a church. Excuse me. The Hierophant represents, a priest or a bishop standing in front of a church window. And then we have the Star, which is a card of renewed hope, faith, and optimism in divine timing and orchestration, even though over it is the Hanging Man, which can represent feeling like you're in stasis and limbo, feeling like you're hanging there, although you can get a different perspective from this. Understanding that things are moving behind the scenes that you can't see, but it's also a card of taking a step back and not rushing in to maneuver or manipulate or immediately make a decision or take action, because you understand that you're gaining a new perspective while you're hanging here. Even though it feels like things might not be moving or moving fast enough, they are, and you need to trust in that. So it's interesting that there's a lot of energy here, perhaps about religion or spirituality as well. Some of you maybe, this is going to sound kind of interesting, but some of you may be working on a path that's working a path of redemption. Maybe you're trying to come back from a time or a lifestyle or a way of living that you decided wasn't right for you and took you away from that which you believe in, or which you helped make you feel stable and connected to source, and you're working your way back towards that. I feel like you've fought very hard to get to where you're at. I feel like for some of you, there are those of you who follow a certain religious or spiritual path, you may find that a source of great comfort, instead of feeling maybe like you're on the outside while you're going through this change and this gaining a different perspective and learning how to rely on that which you can't always see. And again, remember that the path that you're on is a victorious path, even if it doesn't feel that way. And I feel like there might be people or a community or a spiritual group or a religious group around you that could give you the help and support and encouragement that you need, particularly at this time. And keep going, because you've come a tremendously long way, Cancer, and you're doing quite well. Even if you feel, tired, worn out, exhausted, wounded, you're still winning. So let's pull some final advice or guidance cards for Cancer for the first half. Wow, you had some just leaped right out of there. Did any fall on the floor? No. The Sun and the 3 of Cups. So the Sun is an uplifting of energy, a loosening up of depressing, heavy, or restrictive energies. Light, love, warmth, laughter. There's a strong social energy to this too. Getting out, enjoying yourself, being around other people. When the Sun comes out, it automatically makes people feel better and alleviates the pressure of things. And the 3 of Pentacles is the kindred spirit, sisterhood, brotherhood, best friends, positive social communities. It goes right along with what I was saying, Cancer. I feel like your really good friends and best friends, those have been part of your journey. Maybe positive friendships and relationships you have in the community and spiritual or religious groups as well are going to be, particularly in the first half of May, an invaluable source of support and comfort. And I feel like they're right there. You may not have been noticing it or thinking about them or this, because you've only been focused on what's going on in your immediate life, this struggle that you've been going through. But they are right there, and they are there to be a source of comfort and support and encouragement for you, and help you, kind of give you the strength and the support you need to keep going on this path, because you've already won, Cancer, you've already won. So Cancer, that pretty much wraps up your reading. It felt kind of like an intense one too, and you ended up having 4 major arcana cards. Wow. So I hope this reading was beneficial to you, Cancer. It was quite inspirational. If any of you are interested in a more personal one-on-one reading with me, particularly if this resonated for you, please feel free to contact me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to work with you. You can click on the description link below for more info and contact details. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That link is also provided. I do love and romance readings, of course, compatibility charting, career work and finance, as well as investment readings. I offer gift readings. And I also do 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look in all the main areas. So there's a few different options to choose from for those of you who are interested. I will see you all again, Cancer, in a couple of weeks for the May 2019 mid-month readings, where we will take a look at the last half of the month. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.